Hey, what's up, everyone? Hope you're doing well. Happy Thursday? Is it Thursday? I think it's Thursday. Yeah, it's Thursday. Let me turn the volume off on this just in case. Cool. I am doing my live thing. How are you guys? How are you? I hope you're doing all right. Um, yeah, it's been an interesting week. And connected with some really cool people and had some really good conversations. There's been a little bit of growth, some change. Yeah, interesting things coming. So that's all really good. I had a interesting call with. We've got a little NLP tribe that we connect with, and have an interesting call with them today, which is always I always look forward to it. We do our calls on Monday and Thursdays, and it's always beneficial. So yeah, so I wanted to get on really quick and do a brief talk. I know I've been keeping these things like they've been like 14, 15 minutes, so I think I'm going to try to condense them down and make them just a little shorter so that they're more easily digested or digestible. Anyhow, so today I thought that I would talk a little bit about something that's called life charting. And the reason why I wanted to talk about this, I mentioned it on the call earlier today, and I've gone over this practice a few times, but I think it's a really, really powerful tool because it allows us to take a look at some of the cyclical nature of maybe some of the behaviors and habits that we have. And it gives us an opportunity to really take a look at where they actually started and why they may have started. And if we can make changes to some of those kind of initial experiences that may have caused a behavior that we like or we dislike, then it in turn will have a cascading effect on changing the perception of every subsequent experience that was related to that same kind of issue. Excuse me. So, just to put that simply, right, typically what we have is when, wherever we're dealing with an issue that, continues to present itself, what we have is that, somewhere along the path of our life, we experienced something traumatic and we made a decision about it, right? We had a belief that came in and basically set itself within our subconscious, and then because of that, our perception changed and our decisions changed and our kind of the way that we looked at the world changed, right? So the idea behind doing this life chart is really, taking a look at the full scope of everything that happened that either had, a traumatic impact or, a positive impact, right? And being able to outline each or set a timeline for each one of those activities when they happen. And amazing things happen when you do this. So I'll tell a quick story. When I was, I don't know, probably early 20s, 22 or 23, I'd gone through, a couple of breakups, and I thought, um, they were heartbreaks, right? I was brokenhearted a couple times. Anyhow, so I started questioning, like, what am I doing wrong? What's happening here? Why is this happening to me? And what type of decisions am I making related to the relationships that I have or the relationships that I'm pursuing? And I did this life chart thing, and as I did it, I realized that I had this kind of issue related to abandonment and loss, and I was having a hard time being able to let go and just let people be, right, and allowing people to be. I was clinging on to relationships and things that I shouldn't have been holding on to. But I saw the pattern that it started at when I was like 6 years old, because I lost a toy. I lost a He-Man toy of all things, and man, it was I was 6 and it was traumatic. Like, it was my favorite toy. I lost it, and I remember vividly, like crying about it and looking for it for days and days and days, and I couldn't find it. And I think that's where it started. And then later on, a few years later, there was another big life event where I felt abandonment, and then a few years later there was another event where I felt abandonment. And then so this subconscious belief set in, and eventually that started playing itself out in the way that I approached relationships and the way that I approached, people that I cared about, and relationships with women, or just in general. So the life chart actually gave me an opportunity to take a really good look at that and say, wait a second, I'm responsible for that, right? I'm seeing that, I'm believing something, based on this experience that I had, and then it's reproducing itself in other areas of my life. So I think that that's really, really, key, is, if you haven't done that, or if you feel like, you're in situations where, you're not getting the type of change, or maybe there's a repetitive scenario related to, how you're behaving with, your loved ones, or, you're losing something, or you're not able to, achieve that next step in your career path, right? Doing the life chart might give you some insight into some of these subconscious things that may be holding you back, right? Not to say that they're wrong. Usually whenever we create a subconscious belief, it's because we're doing something in order to protect ourselves, or we're doing something that we think is beneficial in some form or fashion. The only issue is that sometimes our direction and our motives and our aspirations change, but we never go back and address some of those subconscious beliefs that might be incongruent with where we're going, with what we're trying to accomplish. So, taking kind of inventory and looking at that, every so often, every 5, 10 years or whatever it might be, can be beneficial in a great way. So I use this a lot in the sense that when I'm having, conversations with people, in order to really get an understanding of, what the full scope is of what they're, trying to accomplish, or what they might be dealing with, they might not even be aware of. And it always bears amazing fruit, right? It always leads to this highly impactful realization of, who they are and how they've come to create these beliefs about themselves and about others. And it paints a beautiful picture that just kind of illustrates, the person that they're bringing forward, right? And the perception that they have. So, I wanted to share that because I thought that it's a cool thing, and it's a powerful little exercise that you can do to kind of learn more about yourself, right? And that's what it's all about, right? Is kind of just becoming open and aware of who it is that we are, and what we bring forward to the world. And that was really the message for today. So, I hope that you all are doing well. I'm happy. I'm healthy. I'm happy. I really am happy, and I feel good. My kids are healthy. My family is healthy. Mother's Day is coming up, so I'm gonna wish all of you mothers out there a happy Mother's Day. I hope that it is a wonderful day. I know that we're kind of experiencing this strange thing, but I hope that all of you mothers have a wonderful, wonderful day, and you get to spend it with your loved ones and the people that you care about and the people that care about you. And that's it. That's it. I'm glad that you guys are tuning in. I set up a Facebook group, and I just invited my entire friends list to this Facebook group. So I wasn't able to figure it out today, but I will figure out how to redirect these videos from my personal page to the Facebook group page. It's called Paradigm Shifters, and it's I think it's a good title for what we're trying to do, as far as give people a different perspective and a different outlook, and offer them some choices and some variety in the way that they approach some of the circumstances of their life, for positive, if it's negative or positive or what have you, right? All about growth and expansion. So, so check that out. If you didn't receive the invite, just hit me up on Facebook or something like that, and let me know, and I'll be more than happy to kind of include you in the group. I've got it private for now. I've never done this before, so I'm not sure what the right approach is, but I think that it doesn't. If it grows, great, and we may open it up to the public here in the future, but I kind of just wanted to test the waters and see, how receptive everyone is, and whether or not we can really provide some value. And I think we can. I'm sure we can, but I just want to test it out before we start, opening the floodgates and letting everyone come on in. But if you have people, friends that you think might benefit from being part of the group, just let me know, and I'll be more than happy to invite them in, as long as we keep it. What's the word that I'm looking for? Just high level, right? Like high energy, like good vibes, right? That's the thing I'm looking for, is good vibes. I mean, I know that people, especially when they're going through tough times, can become pessimistic, or might have pessimistic outlooks on some of these thoughts and ideas and concepts about change and growth and transformation. So not to say that, we're always going to have, people who have a negative outlook on life, but I want to hopefully keep this, on the up and up, right? Positive and good. So yeah, let me know if you have anybody that wants to participate in that. And yeah, that's it. I appreciate your time. I appreciate you. I appreciate you kind of coming to the channel, checking out the videos. I hope that it's helping. Don't hesitate to reach out to me and contact me if there's anything that I can do to help you. This work that we do is really, really powerful, and it is really an amazing catalyst for change for people. And and it's a gift, right, to be able to share it. And I love to do nothing more than, watch people grow and watch people expand and see, relationships improve and joy return back into lives where it was once lost. So yeah, thank you. I really appreciate you. I love you guys so very much, and hit me up. All right, you take care.